there's a lot more that goes into what you see on the field that's like off the field. I think I never really looked into that too much when I was younger. I would just kind of go and play soccer. But I think here I realized like it is really important to talk to your your teammates and get to know them at a more deeper level than just, be teammates with them. So I think I learned that a lot.
How's it feel to be back in Stillwater?
Feels good. I'm happy to be back and see all my teammates and everything. So it's been good so far.
How are you feeling about your team this season?
I feel good. I think we have some good players. Like, it's definitely a new team, but I think we've all actually adjusted to how we play, and I feel pretty good at practice. I see some good things, and off the field everyone's great too, so I'm excited.
How do you feel this year as a sophomore versus how you felt coming in brand new last season?
I think it is way different. It's definitely a big jump because freshman year there's just so much more that goes into it other than playing soccer. It's just you're in a new place already, away from home. And I guess there's just a lot of excitement, but nerves too. So you're just kind of feeling the pressure. And then sophomore year, it's just you've been here already, you know how things are, but you still obviously have to perform and work hard. So it's good both ways, but definitely different.
A lot of students at OSU are from Oklahoma or Texas or Kansas, so they're not that far from home. You're from Chicago. Mm-hmm. What were the challenges of adjusting to life that far away from your family last year?
Yeah, I think at the beginning it was hard. I was 10 hours away, so not seeing my family a lot, and I guess hearing and knowing that a lot of the other girls or my teammates could go home and it wasn't too far, or their parents would come to the games. That was hard, but I think just over time adjusting, calling my family a lot and just keeping in touch. They were obviously very supportive, so that helps, but it was good.
How often were your parents able to see you play last season?
They came to Florida. They went to Florida, so they went to those games, and then they came to a Thursday, Sunday game in Stillwater. So they went to a few, but yeah.
How old were you when you started playing soccer?
I was 4 years old.
How did you get into the sport?
Just my dad and my siblings. My dad just grew up really liking soccer, and he just got my older brother into it, and then from there everyone just played, so I was just kind of born into it, but I loved it ever since, so just stuck.
How many siblings do you have?
I have 4.
So 5 of you total?
Yes.
Does everyone play soccer?
Yes, everyone plays soccer.
How competitive were you guys growing up?
It was pretty competitive. We would always just have someone to train with and play, so that was nice, but as soon as we would play against each other, it was we would get into it, but it was fun.
You said you started playing when you were 4. At what point did you realize, hey, I'm pretty good at this game here?
I would say probably into high school mainly. I think at the beginning everyone just plays for fun, and it's just you're just playing with your friends, so you just enjoy it. But I think as I got older and I started seeing where my siblings were heading, playing in college, and people around me saying that, it's possible to get a scholarship and play D1 and stuff like that, then that started getting into my head. So I was just getting more into it.
You are one of 5. Where do you rank age-wise?
I'm the 4th, so I'm second youngest. So there's 3 ahead of me and then 1 below me.
And you have 2 brothers?
I have 3 brothers and 1 sister.
Your sister played soccer?
Yes.
Were you ever teammates at any level?
She's 9 years older than me, so we weren't really teammates, but when we would play in fun leagues or just tournaments around our house, we would play together, so that was always fun.
Where did your siblings play soccer after high school?
My oldest brother didn't go to college. He signed professional when he was 17, so right out of high school. And then my sister, which is after him, went to Notre Dame for college soccer. And then my brother, after her, went to UNC, Chapel Hill. And then it was me. And then my little brother is still in high school, so yeah.
Is he getting recruited anywhere?
He's a sophomore, so he hasn't gotten recruited yet, but I think he's planning on going to college, so that'll probably come soon, hopefully.
Do you think he'll play soccer in college? Is that his plan, do you know?
I'm not too sure. He says that he would rather go pro, but I think my parents probably are pushing for him to go to college. So it's still in the works, I guess.
You have 3 older siblings who have all played at a higher level. What did you learn about your game through watching them play?
I think they were always like my role models. I would train with them and see how well they did. I think it would just motivate me a lot more, and I would just try to use what they did in games and just kind of apply it to myself. So, yeah.
What do your parents think of their athletic children?
They're pretty proud parents. If you like see my dad, he'll always be like he loves to wear hats, so he'll always be wearing like one of our schools or like teams. So he loves it, and he's always around. He just always grew up loving soccer, so they both like it.
How did your older siblings help you navigate the recruiting process when you were in high school?
My sister helped me a lot. She just would push for me to just like reach out to colleges and send emails when I was going to showcases. But they also just made sure to like let me know that it was my own path, like my own journey. I didn't have to like stress about it too much, like the time would come. So I think they were just always super supportive in that.
What were some of the schools you were considering that weren't Oklahoma State?
I didn't have too many, I guess, like bigger schools that I was like looking into, but I did see Cincinnati, which I know they're coming into the Big 12. Iowa State was someone that reached out a lot. Kentucky I was into with a little bit. And I think there was just some other like smaller schools around me that I was talking to, but yeah, that was mainly it.
What about any ACC schools? Because you have Notre Dame, you have UNC.
Yeah, I think a lot of people thought that I was going to go into that path and like Notre Dame and UNC and stuff, but I never really looked into it too much. So it was just, it didn't really happen.
What made you want to come and play at Oklahoma State?
I just really, when I came on my visit, I just really liked, just the campus in general and the town and everything. I thought it was really nice and like homey. And then I really liked the coaching staff. I thought they were great people and like cared about us as people. And then also I knew that they were going to push me to be a better player. And yeah, I'm glad that I chose it.
Trickery, left-footed shot. What a goal for Pineda.
How would you define your freshman season with the team?
I'm not sure if there's one word to define it. I think there's a lot of things that go into it. It was a journey. There was some ups and downs, but I think it helped me to like further develop my game and just know myself more and myself as a player and off the field. So yeah, there's lots that went into it.
What did you learn about yourself off the field?
I guess just knowing that there's a lot more that goes into what you see on the field that's like off the field. I think I never really looked into that too much when I was younger. I would just kind of go and play soccer. But I think here I realized like it is really important to talk to your teammates and get to know them at a more deeper level than just, be teammates with them. So I think I learned that a lot.
What did you do this summer to help improve your game for this season?
I trained and played with a WPSL team, or a USLW team, I'm sorry. So we would train like probably 4 to 5 times a week and then have games twice a week. So I did that for most of the summer. It went into like July, and then after that just focused on training on my own and doing like my workouts and fitness and stuff.
You're only a sophomore. Last season, you played in all 19 games, started 17 of them. How did that feel to start as a true freshman?
It felt great. Yeah, it was definitely a proud moment, but also just something that I knew that I always had to work for. It wasn't ever given. And even if I did start, like I knew there was always someone fighting for that spot or working really hard at practice. So I always knew that, I had to make sure I was on my game for the whole season.
You said this team this season is a little bit younger than last season. Again, you're only a sophomore. How do you step up as a leader when you're one of the veterans, but you're also younger?
Yeah, I think that's the tricky part about this season, because I do feel like I am still younger, but I know that there's a lot of younger people below me. So I think just finding my voice and just talking to the other freshmen, letting them know that, you know, it's okay how they feel, and relating to them and helping them with anything that they need on the field and off the field as well.
How far do you want soccer to take you?
I would like to play after college for sure. I don't know exactly where that would be. I'm open to anything really. I just would like it to keep going for a few more years.
There's a lot of different leagues in different countries now that are emerging and on the rise. What does it mean to you to see other places put such an emphasis on this sport and not just the men's teams anymore?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I love seeing just how much more other countries are developing. I mean, you see it in the World Cup, especially how much other countries have, you know, been competing and stuff that we, I guess, didn't really see too much before. So I think it's amazing, and I just hope it continues to progress.
We've established that you and your siblings are very close, all soccer players. What do you guys like to do when you're not playing soccer?
That's a good question. I think a lot of it revolves around soccer, but I think over COVID, we really got into just like board games, like just Uno. We loved Uno, and we would get super competitive in that too. Or just any other fun games, or watching movies. We all like to just sit down and chill sometimes, so.
Is there any particular movie that is a go-to in your family?
My family loves like all types of movies, like especially like comedies and action movies. My dad always will put on like an action movie on Netflix or something that he sees. So it really depends, but I think we like a lot of movies, so we'll just put on anything.
Your oldest brother signed with Chicago Fire as a 17-year-old. Your next oldest brother signed with them after completing his time at UNC. Mm-hmm. What is it like having two brothers who have played or play professional soccer?
I just think it's really cool to see. I sometimes don't believe it, but I've been with them for so long, and I've seen how much they like it and how much work they've put into it. So it just makes me really proud to see them out there. And again, there's just like huge role models for me. I just always look up to them and aspire to be like them. So
what's it like having them play, or not even professionally, but for your hometown team?
Oh, it's so fun. We go to, over the summer at least when I'm there, we go to all the games, and just cheering him on as a family, it's a great feeling.
Do you have any superstitions when you're either watching your brothers play or when you're playing yourself?
For myself, I try not to have them because I know that sometimes it's not going to be perfect. But lately, especially this season, I've just had such a routine about coming in the locker room and changing into my practice gear and putting my left sock before my right one. I don't know why. I don't want to make it a thing, but if I check the back of my sock and it says right, I'll grab the other one and put the left one on first. So, but yeah, that's it.
You have your socks that are left and right?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
They're just, I think the Nike sign is if you put it on the wrong way, it'll look weird. But yeah, on the back of our sock, it says left, right.
Are you sock, shoe, shoe, or sock, shoe, shoe?
Sock, shoe, shoe.
It's the right answer. There was a right answer to that question.
Yeah, for sure.
Does your left shin guard have to go on before your right?
Yes.
So left. Or left, right.
Yes, exactly.
You like to play games and watch movies with your family. What do you like to do when you have free time here in Stillwater?
Nothing too crazy. Again, just I like watching shows and stuff. I have been trying to get into reading more, just reading fun books. So that's something, but yeah, and just hanging out with my friends. I like to take my mind off of soccer sometimes. So we'll just go and grab food and just talk about anything. So
where are your go-to spots in Stillwater to go with your friends when you guys hang out?
We love smoothie bowls, so we'll always go to Surf Bar. And last year during season, since I was a freshman, I had a meal plan, so we would go to the place in the student union. But yeah, we always get smoothie bowls.
What's in your smoothie bowl?
It's acai based, and then granola, bananas, strawberries, and sometimes peanut butter drizzle or just honey. I like both.
How would you describe your playing style on the field?
I think my playing style comes a lot from the ball at my feet. I think I like to just distribute the ball, playing with my teammates, and trying to like be creative in the attack, like dribbling and getting shots off and stuff like that. So
fires and it bounces in. Oklahoma State on the board.
Talked about the emergence of women's soccer, seeing it in the World Cup and some other countries dominating this season. Who on the U.S. women's team would you most compare your game to?
I've always loved watching Rose Lavelle and Ashley Sanchez. I just always liked how they played. I'm not sure if I would compare my game to them, but I strive to be like them. I think they're really fun to watch. So, yeah.
Where do you hope to make the biggest impact for your team this season?
I would hope to help them to be, I would hope to make the players around me better. So I think it can be about, scoring goals. I would love to do that, also get wins for my team. But I think a good player can always make those around her better. It's not necessarily about the individuals that she does. So just helping just move the ball and help them around me. So, yeah.
You've only played one full season with the Cowgirls. What are your favorite moments on the field from your freshman year here?
I think some of my favorite moments have been when I got my first goal that we played in Arkansas, I believe. And yeah, it was a good moment because I had been waiting for it. I was kind of I wanted to score and it wasn't coming. So I think that was good. And my teammates were really happy and supportive of me. So that was good.
What needs to happen this season in order for you to consider it a success?
I would say the main thing that everyone will probably look at is, winning games and making the NCAA tournament and winning the Big 12 championship. I mean, that's always one of our goals. But I think what's also important is just that we grow as a team, that we're better from day one to the last day, that, we got closer off the field, and that on the field we're just supporting each other and that you can see the improvement that we've put in. So I think all of those things.